And what is up, everyone? TCT and Elizabeth Pinky Squirrel back again. And today we're just going to do a massive pack rip. We have 87 Topps, 91 Fleer Baseball, 92 Fleer Baseball, and 92 Premier Edition Donruss Triple Play, followed by this hanger back here from 1988. So let's get the cracking. Which one are we doing first? I think we're going to do 87. We will start with 87. All right. Guys, if you haven't already, get on over to TCT Collectibles on Whatnot. And let's see what we pull here. Let's be really careful. There's the bubble gum, the nasty crap. Okay, so there's some. Right, let's see what we have here. Let's do this first. We have a Kirk Gibson, followed by an Atlee Hammaker, a Mike Loynd, a Brad Havens, Moose Haas, Greg Gross, Rich Gedman, Luis Aguayo. Okay, let's win some baseball for 1988. That's pretty cool, right? All right, then we have Dwight Lowry, Marty Barrett, Steve Firevid, a Alex Trevino, John Candelaria, a Bill Gullickson, Bob Kipper, Bob Sebra, and Kevin Bass on that first pack. Okay. We're going to keep going, guys. I'm just going to move along so we don't have an incredibly long video, so I'm just going to keep it on moving. Okay, let's do this again. We have a Kurt Wilkinson, a Ken Dixon, Mark Gubicka, a Roger McDowell, Chris Condoroli, a John Tudor, a Dan Biladello, a Dave Palmer, Jose Rijo. All right, there's another one of those fillers there. Then we have a Rick Manning, followed by an all-star of Tony Bernazard. I can't really say that name very well, but Bernazard, I believe, which is pretty cool. There's a good all-star card. Then Bruce Sutter, Jeff Russell, Mike Heath, Tracy Jones, Shane Rawley, and Corey Snyder on the Topps all-star. All right, let's keep on moving. All right. All right, we have Pete Rose. That's a good hit right there. These are actually really sought after right there. We have a Eddie Woodson, Jim Wynn, Bob Horner, Lou Piniella. That's a good find right there. This looks like a good Jim Mint 10. These could get graded very highly. A Thad Bosley, a Bo Diaz, Chris Spear for the Cubs, and then a Dave Anderson. All right. Now let's see who we have here. Jeff Calhoun, a Garth Eorg, a Juan Neves, Craig McMurdy, Gary Redus, Dennis Lamp, Jackie Gutierrez, and a Ryan Sandberg. It's a little off-centered, but that's a pretty good Ryan. All right, not a bad start. Guys, like I said, we're going to be moving. We don't want to take all night to do this. Ah, this bubble gum. Ugh. Pinky Squirrel says, ugh. All right. We have a Bobby Meacham, followed by a Tim Stoddard, Dave Smith, Dwight Lowry. We have a Tom Kelly manager, Nolan Ryan. There's a good one. A Dennis Rasmussen, and then a Mike Lacoste. So we did good on the Nolan Ryan there. Always will take a Nolan Ryan, always. Randy O'Neal, Steve Yeager, Oddibe McDowell, a Ron Hassey, Mark Eckhorn, Argenis Salazar, Bruce Bochy, Mark Sullivan, and a Neil Allen. All right, so we got the Nolan Ryan in that one. That one was really good. Let's keep on going. Not bad so far. We got some good Gem Mint 10s. I believe that Pete Rose, that's going to be worth something if I can get that graded. Definitely going to be worth something if I can get that Pete Rose graded. A Tom Canadati, a Dave Van Allen, a Juan Bonilla, John McNamara of the Boston Managers. It's a little off-centered. It's definitely a 9, but it's still a pretty good find there. Then we have a Wade Boggs. That might actually be a Gem Mint 10 on a Wade Boggs. Great Boston Red Sox find there. Let's check the back. I don't know. It's either going to be a 9 or a 10. That's a really good one. A Don Ace, Dale Mahorkic. I guess that's what his name is. A Richard Dotson. And then a Lee Mazzalili. Guys, forgive me if I'm botching some of these names. I'm just trying to move a little quickly. Hey, Jamie Kokanauer. That's a crazy name. A Tony Phillips. Herm Winningham. Matt Young. Followed by Bip Roberts. We have a Bruce Bachette. A Tim Burke. And then a Larry Herndon. Okay, so there we go with the Wade Boggs in that one. That one was really good find. This is the last 1987. We still have yet to see. I don't think it's Barry Bonds. Is it Barry Bonds that was in '86? I might be '88, but we've still yet to see any of those guys. We do got a Pete Rose and a Nolan Ryan, so that's pretty good. Then a Wade Boggs, a Alan Ashby. Go ahead and set that aside. Ron Washington. A John Russell, followed by a Clint Hurdle, Lance McCullers, Ted Simmons, Omar Marino, Steve Garvey, followed by Andy Van Slyke. It's a heck of a name, Andy Van Slyke. All right, final. We're going to obviously get the checklist, which... Is that in good condition? It looks like a 9 at least. It's not really centered very well. Yeah, it's a little bit going over towards the left. But there's your checklist there. We have a Pat Corrales on the manager card. A Dan Christenberry. Jose Canseco. Let's see how good that one looks. A little bit leaning towards the left, but you might do good luck. It is a Topps All-Star Jose Canseco, so that might be at least a 9 or a 10 there. A Cubs leaders card. A Spike Owen for the Boston Red Sox. And Andreas Galarraga. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I didn't botch that Montreal Expos name. And then a Bobby Meacham to round that out. That is not bad. What do you think, Pinky?
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. All right. Guys, we're going to open some 1991 Fleer next. We have 10 of these packs. We are going to fly through them. All right. We have a Doug Jones on the Cleveland Indians. You're always looking for that Indian stuff now since they're the Guardians. We have a Jeff Conine, a Craig Graybeck, a Greg Harris, Dwight Smith, Ozzie Smith. Make sure there's no stuck cards. Carlos Garcia, because these are pretty thick. A Ray Langford. Yeah, see, they're sticking a little bit. A John Carruthers. Juan Samuel. Dennis Rasmussen. Tom O'Malley. And a Scott Bankhead. And then a Red Sox Top 10 Team Logos stickers, which is pretty cool. We'll take that. Pinky, if you want, you can go ahead and put some of those together. Sorry, guys. We are on our bed, actually, right now, so doing this, which is why you see stuff sliding. We have another Team Logos card, and we'll take those all day. We love the Team Logos stuff. All right, a Ken Hill, Willie Blair, Jose Offerman, Roberto Alomar. That's a good one. Definitely a 9. It's a little off to the left. A Mackie Sasser, Jeffrey Leonard, Domingo Ramos, Kevin Bass, Billy Hatcher, Ken Howell, Glenn Davis, Mike Audrette, and a Dave Gallagher. That was a little off to the left as well. Some of these are like really off-centered. So that's kind of disappointing. We don't want to get a big superstar like a Ken Griffey Jr. That's off-centered. We want him a nice Gem Mint 10 if we could. Okay, we have Mike Audrette, another Dave Gallagher, Carmen Castillo. There's Barry Bonds, but it is way off-center. Look at that. All right, but that's still a good find on the Barry Bonds. It's at least a Mint 8, Mint 9, but that is not going to grade a 10. That is, like, look at all that space there and that no space there. That is not going to grade a 10. It's way off-center, but that is a good find there. A Chris Gwen, a Dave, Steve Balboni, Herm Winningham, Clay Parker, Mike Fitzgerald, followed by a Tino Martinez, a Jamie Quirk, and then another Team Logos card. All right. See what we can do, guys. We're working on it. A Chris Bosio, Keith Hernandez, Jeff Russell, Jay Howell, a Victor Rosario, a Tim Raines, Charlie Hoth, John Schmaltz. Man, it is way off center. I love John Schmaltz. Yeah, guys, I do have his autograph for sale on my Whatnot store if you guys are interested. I am asking $200 for it, so it's a little pricey. But it is out of 99, I believe, or maybe 75. I have to look it up. I think it's out of 99 or 75. A Greg Swindle, Steve Crawford, Steve Lyons, Dana Keeker, or Kecker, however you want to say it, and then Team Logos stickers card. All right. Pretty good on the John Schmaltz. Man, they are way off-centered. That aggravates me. Because you can't get it graded at a 10 off-centered like that. You know, so I'm going to be really careful when we're taking these off. We don't want to rip anything. Here's our checklist. That's even off-center, so. A Jesse Orozco, Mike Schwabe, a Bip Roberts, Joe Price, followed by a Joel Skinner, John Russell. That actually looks pretty good. I think it's a little bit towards the left, so it might grade a 9 or a 10 there. A Jim Poole, a Jim Vatcher, Jeff Reed, a Kevin Reamer, Dave Justice. A little off-center towards the left. Everything's pulling towards the left tonight, Pinky. It's definitely a 9, though. That's really good for Dave Justice. That's a pretty good find there. Carlos Berga, I think that's how you say his name, Carlos Berga, and a Tom Gordon. That one might be as close to 10 as we get. It's a little to the left, but not too much. That might grade a 10 for Tom Gordon. I don't see much on the edges. You know, a little microfiber. I'll definitely, just clean that pack dust. That's just pack dust, guys. You see it went away. Little microfiber, clean that off. And then we have the Team Logos sticker. Then we have a Dennis Cook here. We have a Andres Thomas, Terry Lee, Ruben Sierra, a Ron Gant. It's a little off-center as well. A Alex Cole, Brett Saberhagen, Ivan Calderon, a John Dobson, Gary Varsho, Frank DePino, and an R.J. Reynolds. That's actually looking pretty good on the R.J. Reynolds right there as well. And then another team card. So, not bad. We're rolling through these guys. Told you we're going to pick up a little speed here. We're going to try to pick up a little speed here while trying to stay safe on these cards. They actually held together pretty good in these packs. I'm going to give them credit there. Pat Combs, Eric Yielding, Calvin Schiraldi, a Mel Hall, Alan Anderson, Greg Vaughn, a Jeff Brantley, Jim Gantner, Chuck Finley, Mark Davis, a John Shelby, and then a Ozzie Guillen. That's actually a 10 right there. There you go. There's your 10 for Ozzie Guillen. That's a good find right there if you want to get that graded. That's a 10 right there, and then another sticker card. There you go. So see, Pinky, this is what a 10 would look like. You see how perfectly centered the space is here, up here? It's so much better. Let's check the back. Now there's a little color discoloration right there that they might strike it for. That could be definitely what they strike it for. You know, if you want to look at like Tom Gordon compared to this, you can see the color discoloration in the back. Right? It's a little faded, but they would probably be nice and give you a 10. I don't know if PSA would, but I know SGC Profit would. They at least give you a 9.5 for that. And Alex Fernandez, Kevin Belcher, Dale Murphy. There's a good center, Dale Murphy right there. Not bad. Jack Daughtry, a Jeff Blauser, Mike Walker, Gary Thurman, Bobby Thigpen. That's a pretty good find right there. A Tom Brunonsky, a Jerome Walton, a Milt Thompson, a Stan Belinda, and a Brian Smith. And then Astros car. No Griffey's, man. No Griffey's. I don't know if he's even in this Fleer. Not many Bonds. We only found one Bonds. We have 2 packs left, guys, of these. Still got some good finds. A Scott Radinsky, a Kirk, what is it? McCaskill, Kirk McCaskill, a Gene Nelson, a Jeff Parrett, a John Franco, followed by Tom Bolton, a Billy Ripken, and what the heck is this? Oh, a nice Kirby Puckett, and it's very centered. Little discoloration here on the bottom. I don't know if it would grade a 10. Oh, you know what? That's just pack dust. It might grade a 10. That's a great looking Kirby Puckett. Let's check the back. Oh, the back is way off center. So no, and then look at the bottom there. It's not going to grade a 10, but it's a great Kirby Puckett. Dang, that would have been a nice 10 right there. That would have been a pretty good find. A Phil Plantier, a Darren Lewis, Bernard Gilkley, a Rob Murphy, and then a team logo stickers for the, I guess back then, California Angels. I believe it was California back then. Guys, if you've seen Angels in the outfield, you should know. Final pack of Fleer 1991 baseball. Some pretty good finds. Guys, honestly, I only paid about $10 for all this. So, to be able to find some of these great cards, you know, that are possibly good, you know, PSA 10s, and it definitely helps out here. A Steve Balboni, a Herm Winningham, a Clay Parker, Mike Fitzgerald. Come on, we need Barry Bonds. A Tino Martinez, Jamie Quirk, a Randy Reddy, a Mike Sims, Paul Ferries, Pascal Perez. Kirby Puckett's going to be the big find of this one. And then a Bill Spears, and then a team logo card. All right, so not bad. Guys, we'll show you all the hits in a few minutes. Let's keep on going. We're going to go to 1992 Fleer Baseball. There's only 3 packs of this. So, God, we need to pull a Griffey. We've got 92 and 91 were like his prime years, man. Those are the cards that are sought after, and this one's really hard to get into, so we got to be extra careful. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's be extra careful with these. All right, a Mike Bell. Look at these. I love these photos. A Mike Bell, a Dave Valley, a Steve Sachs, followed by a Ricky Bones. Then we have a Geronimo Pena. The way these feel like really silk. They're in great shape. Andre Dawson, a Dennis Eckersley, Brian Hickerson, Mark Williamson, Cedric Landrum. All right. Danny Cox, Bob Walk, Mel Hall, Bryce Hurst. Here you go, Pinky. One of my favorite players as a kid. Mo Vaughn for the Boston Red Sox. She's a big Red Sox fan. I don't know. That looks like a 10. Let's look at the back. Let's look at the back. It's very centered.
It is.
Oh, man.
That's good.
A little coloration right here, discoloration right here, but you know what? That's really good, man. We might have to sleeve him up. I kind of want to get that graded a little bit. A Billy Hatcher. And then here we go, Atlanta Braves Superstar Specials. Mark Wohlers, Kent Merker, and Alejandro Pena on the Superstar. All right, that was, that Move On. That's probably my favorite thing we found tonight so far. The Move On, because like I said, I grew up watching Move On myself. That is a really good looking card, guys. You want to penny it up, you can. If not, we can just leave it there. All right. We need a Griffey. I cannot believe we haven't pulled Griffey yet. A Glenn Braggs. Then we have a Tigers tandem, Stacey Jones, Bo Jackson. There's Bo right there. Followed by Greg Olson and Frank Thomas. All right. That's a good find. I'm definitely going to put that one up here. It's got all the superstars on it. A Kenny Lofton Prospects. That's a good find right there, too. And it looked really good shape. A Mike Pagliarulo, or Pagliarulo. I can't say that name to save my life. A Ken Hill. A Kyle Abbott. Jeff Bagwell. That's a pretty good looking Jeff Bagwell. I'm going to put that up there as well. A Scott Servias. Followed by, here's the checklist. So we'll put that up there as well. A Ted Higuera. Followed by John Wayner. John Wayner? I would say John Wayner. All right, here we go for the Boston. No, not Boston. Chicago White Sox. I'm sorry, I'm about to say Boston Red Sox. Chicago White Sox. Sammy Sosa. He's not a Cub here, so we're going to put him. Does it look like a 10? I don't know. That's pretty close. It's a little to the right. So we'll put that up there with Move On. A Brett Butler. Sosa's probably the biggest name we've found other than Nolan Ryan and Barry Bonds so far. What is this? Freddie Benavidez. A Dave Eland. A Terry Shumpert. And then an Andy Ashby. All right. Guys, we are almost there. We've got just this and then some triple play left. And then we'll be all finished. I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as possible here within the next few minutes. All right. Eric King. Followed by a Mark Lemick. Dave Anderson. A Mike Daverdo. Chuck McElroy. Followed by a Joe Bover. Then a Kevin Gross. Mike Timlin. Gerald Clark. God, no juniors. A Luis Rivera. Barry Larkin. There's a good find right there. Barry Larkin was a good player. All right, a Teenage Sensations of Ramon Martinez and Ozzie Guillen. Ozzie Guillen's a good find on that one. Then we have a Don Harris Prospects card. Here's a Chili Davis. Look at that. Chili Dave. I remember Chili Dave. Jimmy Key. Brian Harvey. And then a Ken Clemente. That's going to be it on Fleer. Man, not many hits on the Fleer. I think we have the Move On and the Sammy Sosa was it. We had some good players, but I'm talking about like actual like hits. Like if you were to get them graded, guys. People are like, oh, well, those are good cards. No, like I'm talking about like valuable stuff, like stuff people really collect. All right, these are 1992 Donruss Premier Edition Triple Play. Hector Villanueva. A Harold Baines. Lonnie Smith. That's a good one. Pat Kelly. John Smiley. Then we have a Todd Stottlemyre. Fun at the Ballpark. It's pretty good. A David Volley. Terry Mulholland. Robin Ventura. Dave Righetti. Cecil Fielder. There's our big find of that one right there. Then we have a David Cone. He's a pretty good pitcher there. And then we have an awesome action. Who is that? Rex Hudler. Oh, it is Rex Hudler. Okay, that's a good player. I remember Rex Hudler. And then a Marquise Grissom, followed by a triple play scratcher. All right. So the Cecil Fielder, we came up good on the Cecil Fielder. We're going to go ahead and open these last two, and then we're going to try to open that hanger. All right. Let's see, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. We have a Little Hot Shots, followed by a Devin White, a Sean Bosicki, a Sid Bream, Mike Greenwell. Here's the checklist. Then a Philly Fanatic, Terry Pendleton, Luis Mercedes, a Joe Girardi, Greg Harris, followed by a Mitch Williams. Not bad, a Kevin Brown. Then we have a Mike LaVallery, and then a Ruben Sierra, and then another triple play find. Okay. We're keeping going, guys. I'm going to adjust really quickly. All right. We're keeping going. Final pack. All right, a Dan Wilson, Mark Davis, Mark Kubiska, Lance Johnson, Chuck McElroy, a Gary DeSarnicia, a Rob Dibble, Todd Zelli, David Steeb, Jose Offerman, followed by a Don Mattingly, that's a good one, a Tony Fernandez, a Chuck Connelbach, a Kirk Dressendorfer, and then a Rafael Palmeiro. I remember him. He was really good. All right, so the Cecil Fielder was probably our biggest hit, and then Rafael is a pretty good find as well. Guys, this is going to be it. We're going to open this Major League Baseball. It's kind of like a hanger. So we're going to see what we have here. I said there's 54 cards, so we're just going to go down and we're going to take a look. See here. Tom Hankey, a Bob Boone, Ozzie Virgil, Lance Parrish, Bobby Witt. You know his Bobby Witt Jr. is now playing there. And then, a Ryan Sets the So record. Do you remember Anaheim Stadium? Okay, so is this Nolan Ryan? That's pretty good. Doug DeCines, a Rich Gedman, Ed Romero, a Bruce Benedict, Jack Lazorko, Billy Joe Robidoux, a Joe Boiver, a Greg Booker, a Rafael Belliard, David Engel, Randy Milligan, and then a Vincente Palcos. All right, on the rookie. Those are rookies. The gold ones were rookies, guys. All right, we're going to go down the line here. Try to be as easy as possible on these, man. I might have to use my thing. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Here we go. Chris James. Kirby Puckett. That's a good one. John Kirk. Albert Hall. Guys, Albert Hall was the manager in the Rookie of the Year movie. He was Sal Martinella. Mark McElmore. Ernie Witt. Another great moments in baseball. Do you remember County Stadium? Haddix loses his perfect game. All right. It's a pretty good find. A Bob Stanley for the Red Sox. Hubie Brooks. A Jim Gott. Ed Alwyn. Bob McClure. A really good Cecil Fielder. It is a little to the left, but that's a good find there. Cecil Fielder is definitely going up here. A Scott Sanderson. Mel Hall. A Pascal Perez. Eric Plunk. Sean Abner. And a Jeff Treadway. Guys, this is going to be it once we get down to here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button. And get on over to my Whatnot store, TCT Collectibles, where you can purchase some of these fine collectibles that I probably don't want but would love to sell to you. So get on over there and see what I have. And also Tasman Unlimited on eBay. I will leave a link in the description below. especially for Whatnot, where if you haven't purchased before, you can get up to $15 off your first purchase off the referral link. A Pat Tabler, Alan Tramwell, a Kent Herbick, Greg Gagne, okay, a Glenn Hubbard, followed by, here's another one of these. Do you remember Dodger Stadium, June 8, 1968? Don String is stopped. That's really good. All right. Then we have a Rafael Santana, a Dan Gladden, a Kurt Stillwell, Randy St. Clair, Rob Woodward, Danny Heap. Here we go with the golden ones. So we have the Don S., and then a Jay Howell, a Walt Terrell, Jeff DeWillis, a Jose Lind, and an Ozzie Guillen. Guys, that's going to be it. I'll show you some of our nice finds today. We have the Cecil Fielder, another Cecil Fielder, a nice Sammy Sosa, and a good Mo Vaughn here. And here's our checklist cards with a Jeff Bagwell. And then our Superstars cards, the Kirby Puckett, the Dale Murphy, the Ozzie Guillen, Tom Gordon, the David Justice, another checklist there for 91. John Smoltz, Barry Bonds. Then we have a Jose Canseco, a really nice one there. Another 1987 checklist. A Wade Boggs, really good Wade Boggs. John McNamara, Nolan Ryan, that's a really good Nolan Ryan there. Great condition there. Ryan Sandberg, great condition. Lou Piniella, great condition. Pete Rose, phenomenal looking card here. That's definitely one I might send to get graded. Look at that. I don't know if it'll come back a 10. It's at least a 9, I think. So I'm going to stick it up here with the other ones. A Corey Snyder and then a Tony Bernazard. Guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. And thank you so much for watching this video. And this is TCT and Pinky Squirrel. Say bye.
Bye.
Signing off. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you again on the next pack rip.